100 cedis, or I can get it here, the same thing for 50 cedis.
So here is less.
It's so much less. Yeah.
And it's so sweet also. Like the taste is good.
It's delicious. Yeah.
It's good.
It's so good. In fact, when we leave from here, I'm going to get some okra stew with some goat.
May I ask you this, and I know that you'll be faithful to me, you know, as sometimes the African men here, they say that American ladies or women say that Africans, our love is so caring, you know, we care for women. And some also say that because of green card, that is why we married American people. As you married, what was your experience for African men and American love? What is the difference? Is that true that African men show too much care for their lovers, their women?
I don't think there's ever too much. I don't think there's ever a certain thing as too much care. But I'll say this: you have people who use people that come from all over the globe. It's not an African thing. It's not an American thing. You know, you have bad people everywhere. You know, are there certain instances that I'm familiar with of Africans marrying women in America for green cards? You see it on the internet all the time, especially these, no offense, especially from Nigerians. They call them, they have a name for it. It's called, I can't think of the name of it, right. But yeah, Nigerians are synonymously known for doing that. But American men use women too, maybe not for a green card, but for, in fact, in America, so there are a group of American men, they travel to places like Thailand. They call them passport bros. Passport bros.
Passport bros.
Passport bro, like brother.
Brothers.
It's bros. It's short for brother. Right. So these passport bros don't like American women because they think that we're too whatever. So they choose to go to Thailand and get a woman who will do the things that they feel like American women won't do. So you have these things. You have these things happening in every culture. It's not just Africa. Now, you asked me about African men. So I have a real-time example. It's not about you, so stop blushing. So when we came to the studio, one of the cameramen was sitting in his chair eating his dinner.
Yeah.
And I went and stood beside him sitting in the chair, and immediately he got up out of the chair and went to sit on the floor so that I could have his chair, even though there were other chairs available in the room that I could have sat in. Yeah. But I happened to be standing the closest to the chair he was sitting in, so he got up out of the chair and sat on the floor to finish eating his meal. Yes, that's my experience with African men. They're very selfless. They're very protecting. The very first time I came to Ghana, I was with a tour group. The tour groups, the name is called
Torchlight.
Say it again for your listeners.
Torchlight.
Torchlight. Yeah. And the person,
Michael Olengs. Yeah.
Michael. Hi, Michael. And Michael owns that tour company. And when I came here and when I put myself in his care, he cared for me like a father. He cared for all of us ladies, because it was all women. He cared for all of us like he was our father. You know, he did not let us out of his sight. If we wanted to take 5 steps down the street, we had to let him know where we were going, you know, and he was gonna stand there and watch us. Okay. And that is my experience with every African man. You know, the African man that I married, the African man that I married is the same. He does not, so I went and got my hair done the other day, and it took It took
4 hours.
No, we started at like
Yes, almost 5 and 6 hours to land.
it was longer than that.
Yes, all day.
We started at like 10 a.m. and we didn't finish until like 5 p.m.
Sure.
So you sat there the whole entire time. And that's not the first time you've done that.
Yeah.
Every time I come here, I do this hair transformation. And you stay for the whole thing because you want to make sure that I'm okay.
Sure.
I remember in the middle of me getting my hair done, I asked you to come here and I said, do you want to go home? Do you want to go home? I mean, because I was with your family, your cousin was doing my hair. So I know that you knew that I was safe, but you still wouldn't leave me.
Sure.
That's why I married you.
So, this means that not American, but for the countries, let me say for the countries, especially African, Ghana, men are showing more care and love,
Well, I don't know if I would say more care because, again, it just depends on
the person.
how you were raised. It depends on a lot of factors. America has great men also. My dad was one of them. He has passed away. He's no longer with us, but he was one of the greatest men that I have ever known. And everybody who knows him can testify to that. I just can't say enough wonderful things about him.
Sure.
He was everything. He gave me a perfect example of what to look for in a man, which is why I ended up with you, because you're a great man also.
Sure.
But yeah, America has great men also.
Right.
Yeah.
So viewers, we are still on the conversation. I know that you are still watching us, you are still following the story. There are some things we think it is easy in America, but it is not easy because as she is explaining to us, I see how you have dressed, I see how you wrap your thing. Who teach you this?
My cousin actually taught me how to do this. Well, first of all, shout out to my husband because he saw this outfit for me before I even got here, and he got it for me because he knows that I love clothes and fashion and stuff like that. So thank you. But so a lot of black women in America wear, white women too. A lot of black women in America wear their hair tied up like this, and my cousin tied me. Her name is Lucretia.
Lucretia.
Yeah.
Is she married?
No, she's not married.
So if you get African man here, can you connect him?
No. Absolutely not, camera. Absolutely not.
Oh wow. Okay, so how do you see African culture, our dress, how the way we dress, the way our festival is? How do you see African culture? It's so beautiful.
Yeah, African culture is beautiful. I've gone to, because my husband is a videographer, cameraman, movie producer, writer, director. All of the above.
Sure.
I have gone to many functions for kings, and it's always an honor to go. Like, I always feel like I shouldn't be there,
right.
Because he's a king, So yeah, the culture is beautiful. The culture is beautiful. Africa has some of the most beautiful women and men that I have ever seen. I come from the perception that America gets of Africa. Everybody's in tattered clothes and nobody looks nice. But, I come here and I see the same things, the same fashion that I see when I go to New York City. And that's like one of the fashion meccas. Wow. So yeah, you have some beautiful people here, and you see people in like American inspired clothes, and then you see people who have on African inspired clothes, and it's all so beautiful.
Wow. So before we wrap up the show, I want to say something on camera, then we laugh, because it was my experience that I encountered between me and you. You know, and it is something that is going on here in Africa that I want our leaders to solve that case. You know, your second time coming here, and then we have a pipe issue, we have a tap pipe issue, and then you say, Joseph, I want the shower. I said, no, the shower is not working. The tap pipe is coming. It's the same thing that links to the shower. He said, no, I won't bath. I said, what? He said, no, if the shower is not coming, because so, and the last time too, the light went off, and then he said, no, let's go to hotel, let's go and sit at the beach, because he can't stand the heat, you know. So
It's true, it's hot.
yeah,
It's hot, y'all.
You know, so Africa, here is the sun, where the sun started from, you know, the heat. So what is your experience on the light going out, the water system issue? Have you experienced this thing in America before?
No, and when I came here, nothing could have prepared me for that, because I had never seen anything like that before. Like in America, if the lights go off, so if the lights go off in America, and it does happen, say if a snowstorm hits, because where I live, we're not equipped for that because we don't get a lot of snow. So if we get a heavy snow, all of the power might go out. So we immediately know we have a 1-800 number we can call, and it will let the people
who fix it,
the power people, it's called Duke Power. We alert Duke Power that there's an outage in our area, and within no time you see utility trucks outside to come and fix it. So it does happen to us, but not like it happens here. The lights here will go out for, I've seen anything like from 2 minutes to to a whole day.
Sure.
And I think every American would be shocked by that when they come here, because it's just not something we're familiar with.
Sure.
And the same thing with the water being out too. See, I'm very proud. At one point, I was very proud to be an American. Shout out President Obama. I was very proud to be an American at certain points in America's history. Yeah, right now I hate being an American. I hate living in America. I hate our president. I hate everything that our president stands for, because he's what's called in America the 1%. He's one of the 1%. And what the 1% is a very small demographic of people. That demographic is always and only old, rich, white men, right? So he's in that 1%, and that 1% does not care or understand anybody but themselves. They right now they're crafting America so that they can make the most money while he's president. Okay, so that's why I hate America, especially right now. But I will say, until this presidency, America took care of Americans.
Sure.
So even if you can't afford to have water, if your water gets cut off because you don't have enough money to pay your water bill, America has programs that will help you. If your money is short and you don't have enough money to pay your rent, America has programs that will help you pay your rent. If you are short on money and don't have money to buy groceries, America has programs that will pay for your groceries, right? Until this presidency. Right now, Donald Trump is cutting all of that. He's shutting down every program that I just named. He's shutting it down because it doesn't affect him. It only affects poor people, and he doesn't care about poor people. So Yeah, the water does get cut off. Things happen in America, but America has things in place to help Americans.
Solve it straightforward.
Straightforward, yes.
Wow. Viewers, as you still are following the conversation, you know, we are still learning. You know. So people are thinking different way, you know. But today, I hope that you understand. You understand a lot of issue that is going on, and then, you know, I mean, it is good. For your last 2 words before we move out from this show, you know, what are you going to say to African youth? What are you going to say to them? You know, because people want to be prosperous in life. People want to make it in life.
Mm-hmm.
What are your motivation? What are your motivating words, inspiration words you are going to give to them that they shouldn't give up? They should keep pushing.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's exactly what I would tell them. Mm-hmm. I would tell the youth that life is full of adversity. You know, everybody has to suffer through adversity. And what that looks like, you know, at times you may be in a deep, dark pit, you know, but then you keep going and you keep pushing and you'll reach the top of your mountain. But life still happens, and you might go back down into that pit. But what you have to keep doing is keep fighting until you go back up that mountain. And that's just how you have to deal with life. You keep pushing, you keep fighting, you keep striving, and always have a dream. You know, if you always have a dream, something that you wake up every day and long for, I've learned in my years on this earth that people always get what they fight for.
You know, people are, especially the youth, are eager to travel. I think last year, people were travel, especially the youth, because they want to go and find a job to do and then get money to send to the family.
Yeah.
You know, but what you are saying led us to know that we should keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
When you push, you go. You can be in Africa, you can make it.
Yeah, you can make it.
You can travel, you can
or
make
you can
it.
travel and
Yes,
you can make it.
you can.
But here's the thing, though. It doesn't even have to be America. America would be the last place that I would advise anybody to go to, because right now America hates immigrants. It's going to be harder for you to win there. There are other places where you can go and succeed. Like, I visited Turkey a couple of years. I would recommend anybody go to Turkey. It's a beautiful, safe place. It's another place I went to where I felt safer when I was there than when I do in America. You know, so I would advise Turkey or Asia. Asia's a great booming country with a great economy, who seems to be fair to all people. You know, you have your options. Weigh your options and just go for it. Shoot for the stars. Always aim high.
Sure. So, do you have any plan to invest in Africa? Do you have any plans for that?
I do, and I have, and I always will. I'll always give back to Africa. Right now, we're building a salon and a studio, and, you know, at one point we had a garage, a taxi, you know. We were out shopping the other day and saw some cute little kids and just was giving out money.
Yes,
you know.
Yes, I remember.
So yeah, that we're always trying to find a way to give back. And then when immigration finally get their foot off your neck and you finally come to America, then we'll have more income so we can do more in Africa.
Sure.
But can I say one last thing to the people who are here who desperately need help?
Sure.
You know, I mean, that's real. Be patient with the people in America, because they need help too. You know, if it's a situation of who needs help more, it's obviously you guys here, but they need help in America also. So if you need something, just give them a chance, because before they send anything, they have to pay bills.
Sure.
Because you can't live in America for free. You know, everything has a price.
Wow.
So be patient with them, give them some time. If they tell you that they don't have it, it's probably because they don't. You know, you have to pay $50 to drive on the street, for God's sake. So just be patient with them, give them some time. We know you guys need us. So we want to do as much as we can, anytime we can.
Sure. I would say thank you for coming. You know, as I invite you on this podcast, you make a time to come and have conversation with us. Viewers, I will tell you this. What Mrs. Joan Ankomah have said tonight, you know, is very educative. It's very educative. It educates the youth, the adult, whoever who is listening or watching. She is saying that if your family is in America, have patience. Don't think like everything comes easy for them. So they can send you money, you fight with them, and my uncle is in America, he's not sending my school fees, he's not doing this, we have funeral in the house, and then they are not sending us money for the funeral, this and this and this and that, you know. There are a lot they are going through over there. They pay bills, more bills than here in Africa. You know, here our bills are very low, and there their bills are very high. So sometimes you have to understand them. And then have patience and pray for them that they will get more work to do. They will have the strength, power to work out day and night to get money to feed house and family also in Africa here. So this is the time my producer will permit me to end this show. I want you to go to the channel, you know, Discover Who You Are podcast, you know, and then you subscribe the channel, you like and you comment, and then we will grow this podcast for Central Region, Cape Coast, you know. So I will end this show here. My name is Joseph Ankomah Sie, you know, and my wife is Mrs. Joan Ankomah, you know, way back from United States, and then she is sitting with me here for this conversation. I hope you have learned a lot from this conversation. Thank you so much, and then we will meet next time.